In Alberta, there are no rules preventing the spouse of a minister or the Premier from acting as a lobbyist. However, there are legal and ethical considerations to avoid conflict of interest. Someone who is engaging in lobbying activities must register as such, and for a spouse, a heightened level of transparency should be maintained. Besides registering as a lobbyist, it is essential to reveal insider relationships. To the Premier, has your husband ever been a registered lobbyist while you were Premier, and if so, for what purpose?
Honourable member, I'm not sure that's about government policy, but the Premier can answer the question if she chooses to.
I've been tired of the rumors and innuendo and slander against my family that I've been hearing about for months. My husband owns a restaurant. He has never, ever been registered as a lobbyist because he has never, ever lobbied any government, including ours, and I would ask for the innuendo and the slander to stop.
Damn.
Mr. Speaker, given the Premier's husband has not registered as a lobbyist,
this is about government policy, and I would prefer that you stick to that.
Mr. Speaker, given the Premier's husband has not registered as a lobbyist, but given he has indeed lobbied this government under the guise of a rail expert, a question arises as to why David Moretta did not proactively disclose. Given the Premier is a staunch supporter of rail, particularly Calgary to Banff proposal, and given the insider advantage reeks of preferential access and concerns of influence peddling, to the Premier, are decisions in your office being made in the public interest or to benefit the well-connected few?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I'm actually at a bit of a loss of words.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I find the nature of that question absolutely repugnant and disgusting. That the member, a former member of the government caucus, a former minister of the Crown, would use this time in question period to malign the Premier's husband. A member who does not sit in this chamber. There is a long-standing principle that we do not attack members who cannot defend themselves. And I find this line of questioning out of order and disgusting, and the member should apologize immediately.
I will say, Honourable Member, you need to ask questions about government policy, and do be cautious of attacking persons that aren't here.
No apology forthcoming, because as Minister...
Member, you will be cautious or you'll lose your question.
As Minister of Infrastructure, I was invited to attend a meeting with David Moretta about Banff Rail. And given I declined the request because I had concerns about the appropriateness of such a meeting, and given Mr. Moretta engaged with GOA officials, including the Premier's office and ministers, and given, it is rumoured, he may have obtained confidential documents during those meetings, to the Premier, with your interest in rail and your husband's efforts, has this crossed the line into undue influence over government policy and spending?
Mr. Speaker, again, I repeat my previous answer that I find this line of questioning completely out of line, completely disgusting, attacking a member who does not sit in this chamber. The Premier has been very clear on the nature of the relationship. I would also challenge that member to take this line of questioning outside of the chamber and see where it lands that member. Because I tell you what, Mr. Speaker, this is out of line, it's disgusting, and there is an apology that should be given to the Premier and her family.
I figured things were gonna get heated, but not to this level. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below.